These are going to be the 3 things that I really recommend you to do, especially if you're considering selling on Amazon. So let's get started. So selling on Amazon personally is one of my favorite business models. The reason why is because Amazon packs it, ships it, and delivers it to the customer, and all you gotta do is supply the product. You supply the product, you ship to Amazon's warehouse, you make sure that's a good product, has good reviews, get it on the first page of Amazon, and then Amazon does the rest. Amazon gets you sales, gets you traffic. Of course, they're going to be taking a fee, but you have to take that all into consideration and calculation. In this video, we're going to be talking all about that. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video if you can. Just takes 5 seconds of your time. I would really appreciate it. So let's get started. The most important thing that I wish I knew back then that I know now, especially when selling on Amazon, is profit margin. You need to have a very good profit margin considering all the fees that Amazon's taking, the shipping fees, the storage fees. Personally, what I recommend you to do is make sure before you start selling on Amazon, make sure you have a profit margin of over 35% or higher. This is going to allow you to keep growing your Amazon business year after year. Personally, every year I grew my Amazon business 50% minimal. And even last year, I grew it over 100%. As of right now, I've made around over $1.3 million in sales this year, and I'm currently profiting around $2,000, a little bit over $2,000 profit every day. And it didn't happen overnight. Of course, I didn't even have that much money. So every year I reinvested in the business, and reinvested in the business, and then it snowballed from there. And now I have a real successful business that's constantly growing every year. So consider profit margin. This is the #1 thing that I really recommend you to do, and make sure that you have a high profit margin, especially if you want to consider selling on Amazon. If you want to learn and how you can do this, I have a free course in the description down below, as well as going to be in a pinned comment down below. It's going to be a free course of how you can actually sell on Amazon, how you can get started step by step, and as well, I also have a more advanced course. This is going to give you all the little details and tips and tricks and everything you need to know, even all my mistakes when selling on Amazon. So consider the free course first. See if it's right for you. Absolutely free, no credit card needed, nothing like that. You can actually start today. All you gotta do is click below, sign up with your email, and you can get started right away. And that's about it. And if you want to take the more advanced course, it's also there for you. But let's talk about what else I really recommend you to do when selling on Amazon. The second thing about selling on Amazon that nobody ever told me, I had to learn from myself, is making sure the product is a very high quality product. Of course, it sounds like a no-brainer. This sounds like, of course, you need to have a good product. But a lot of people sell bad, crappy products. And you want to make sure that it's a good product, and you want to emphasize that product on Amazon's listing. So what do I mean by this is that when somebody's looking at your product, you want to look at it as a customer's point of view. What are they getting? What value are they getting? How much are they getting for how much they're paying? A customer's point of view is the #1 thing that I personally always recommend you to do if you want to consider selling on Amazon and posting it and getting it on the first page. You have to think, is my price competitive compared to all my competition? Is what I'm giving worth what I'm selling it at? Just because you love your product doesn't mean you can raise it $20 above your competition. You need to have a reason. So you have to take that in consideration. What I personally love to do, especially with all my products, I like to add value to my products. What do I mean by this? Is I personally sell products and I do additional add-ons to it. And I make sure all the pictures are clear. If somebody is selling a tumbler cup, right? And there's a bunch of tumbler cups on Amazon. What I personally would do is sell a tumbler cup, sell a cleaner, maybe a little cleaner ball or something like that, a little shaker, anything that costs you a little bit of money that's going to give you a long-term investment. And that is an advanced move that not a lot of sellers do on Amazon, and has allowed me to grow my business year after year. I always provide value to all my customers. The third thing is that you have to make sure you have good quality pictures as well as good reviews. You want to make sure especially when you launch your product. This is the most important thing. When you launch your product, this is a make or break for your business. Especially if you have a brand new product, you need to make sure you launch it correctly. What do I mean by this? Okay, so if you don't launch your Amazon product correctly, especially if it's your first product, you can literally destroy your whole business from there. You need momentum, right? And there's tools, especially with Amazon. That's what I love about selling on Amazon. There's so many tools out there, especially Helium 10, Jungle Scout. All these tools allow you to see how much sales you need to make in order to get on the first page of Amazon. And then you need to see how much sales for that keyword you need to get, and it shows you exactly what you need to do. Personally, what I do for all my products is I always make sure I launch it correctly. I make sure I have a bunch of pictures, high quality pictures. I have bullets on my Amazon listing. I have a very good description. I have very good reviews, and they need to be 5-star reviews. And then you launch your product and you get it on the first page. This is a more advanced technique. This is extremely advanced, but it's in my course. If you want to check that out, feel free to check that out. Make sure you launch your product correctly. This is the third one, and this is the most important one. If you don't launch your product correctly and you have 1 or 2 stars starting off for your product launch, is probably the worst thing you can do. So make sure the first thing that I really recommend, the most important thing, is profit margin. 35% or more profit margin. The second thing, you always need to consider the customer's point of view. Are they getting the best bang for their buck? Are they going to choose your product over their whole competition on Amazon? Because there's a lot of competition. You need to make sure your product stands out and it's giving a lot of the customers, value and why they would buy your product compared to the competition. The third thing you need to do is you need to make sure you launch your product correctly from the start. You can't just slack off, especially in the beginning, and have 1 or 2 stars. This is going to destroy your whole business and your whole product launch. And especially if you're selling on Amazon, you're going to take weeks, maybe even months to get that product to Amazon's warehouse. So you don't want that product launch to go bad. You want to make sure you take it step by step, and that way you can grow a successful Amazon business. If you want to learn how to sell on Amazon, like I said, it's going to be in the description down below, as well as a pinned comment. It has all my information, years of experience of how I grew my business to make $1 million in sales, and it's constantly growing. And I also teach you guys how to expand in different countries, and you can grow not just in the United States, but in different countries, Canada, UK, Dubai. That's what I love about Amazon, is that you're allowed to scale your business because Amazon pretty much does the work for you. You don't need to hire employees, staff. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is supply a high quality product, ship it to Amazon's warehouse, and they do the rest. I love this business model. It allows me to scale and grow my business a lot faster. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.